Hope everybody's having a good morning here. A bug on me. Yeah, it's the first bug on me. Uh, oh, it's going to be a warm day, but I think a little bit cooler. I think they said we're going to be in the high 80s today. It's going to be better than the high 90s. Uh, Good morning, Lisa. Morning, Erica. Good morning, uh, Jacob. Good morning, Chris. Good morning. Drop it down there, baby. Oh, just messing with you. Yeah, Michelle. Good morning. Try to catch these names when they come by slow. Bessie Lou. Yeah, I know, sweetie. It's okay. It's okay. You're good. You've been at the top for so long. Linda, good morning. Uh, Julie, Toya, get some of these good mornings out of the way here. Good Thomas, good morning. Uh, Hope you guys are having a good day. Uh, they're going fast now. I can't catch the names too much. There's Vienna and Steve and Susan and Mama Boys and Ellen, uh, Louine or Leanne, maybe Leanne. Heidi, good morning, Heidi. Linda, Hatari, good morning. I see you. Good morning. Deborah, good morning. Ann, Kate, Judy, Deborah, Deborah Barnes, not feeling well this morning. Keep her in your prayers. She got uh, some issues. Ronnie, guys, keep Ronnie in your prayers. Ronnie may not be on here this morning. Ronnie's sick. He had fever and chills all night. I talked to him this morning. Uh, Wife wanted to take him to the emergency room, but he didn't want to go. But he may go this morning. Uh, or he may go see his doctor. We can't get to see his doctor. I guess he go to the hospital. But yeah, he's had fever and chills and whatever, and he's down on antibiotics. So whatever it is it's not responding evidently. So he's gonna have to go get a good checkup. They go to the hospital. Maybe they'll run all kinds of tests on him and get him going. I'm not gonna pick on him this morning because he don't feel good. But I'm gonna tell y'all guys something. He picks on me more than I pick on him. Y'all just don't see it. If I posted all the messages I get, y'all be in shock. Y'all be in shock. Oh my lord! Ask, ask some of these guys that know him. Ask Steve and William and Thomas. Ask them. They know him. They know him. As my friend used to say, they know him. I got a glare on my. Maybe that's better. I don't know. I'm getting a glare here, guys. I'm trying to turn right up to the glare. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Uh, right. Good morning for all those that are not feeling well this morning. There's a bunch of them. So just keep all our chat family here in prayers, guys. You know, some don't feel good, but they don't say nothing about it, and some feel horrible and still don't say nothing about it. Just pray for all of them, and God will sort them out. Yeah, He'll sort them out. Uh, uh, Looking dapper. Thank you, Betsy Lou. Yeah, I try to match what I'm wearing. If I'm wearing blue, I try to wear a blue cap. I got several now. Lester sent me some, and I had two. If I wear something kind of mild, I wear my little gray cap, and I got one or two more of them. And if I wear something green, I think I got a green one out there. If I wear that red shirt or a red shirt, I'll wear my red one. It's what do you ladies call that when you kind of matching your colors? Y'all call it something. I never care that much about it, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Roberta has dry eyes. Oh Lord, yes. I've known folks that had that, and it's horrible. It's horrible. And it's a lot worse than just having itchy eyes like I've had. And Cuz tell me the other day, he said he has eyes wake up some mornings just dry and itching and burning. And I think that's allergies. I think, I think. But dry eyes is something completely different. Like some folks have dry mouth. Seriously, uh, it's an issue they have. Uh, Thank you there, Molly. I appreciate that. I'm looking very handsome. uh, Good morning, Narelle from Australia. Good morning. Okay, Alexa's over COVID. Praise God for that. Good morning, Peggy and Lisa, Roberta. Yeah, it hurts if you got dry eyes and you try to blink, or if you don't blink, it hurts. Good morning, Janet and Lisa. Oh, well, thank you, Mark. Thank you. Mara may get their handsomeness from me. I wish Ronnie was listening to this. I wish you'd listen to this. Uh, San Marcos, Texas. Good morning, Connie. And Ontario. Good morning there, June. Uh, yeah. Carol Cardacy. Thank you, sweetie. Says I look dapper. I love it when people say that, even if you don't mean it. It don't matter if you mean it or not. If you say it, Ronnie can't take it. But he's sick today, so you ain't got to worry about making him upset. He's already sick. But yeah, I worry about Ronnie. He is my friend. We give each other such a hard time all day long. It ain't just now and then. It's up to bedtime. You know, will wishes. Yeah. All right. Uh, and now, and now, he's got Thomas up here in Alaska involved in this thing. And now Thomas, I think, instigates. I think Thomas is an instigator. Uh, he likes to stir the pot, so to speak. So Ronnie will say something to him about me, and he knows. Ronnie knows Thomas gonna tell me, and he does, and he probably adds a little to it. So then I got to say something back to Thomas about Ronnie, and I'm sure it gets to Ronnie, and he adds something to it. It's the way it goes, off and on all day. It's a lot of fun though. It's all in fun. Like Ronnie gives Steve a hard time. Oh, that's Golden Boy Steve. And I've never called Steve Golden Boy, but he is a nice guy. And I said, Ronnie's just a nice guy. Oh, yeah, you don't know he's a nice guy. I do. Steve's a nice guy. And now Steve has to get on Ronnie now and then, too, because Ronnie starts talking about Steve, and Steve has to defend himself. All right. Uh, Good morning, Tricia. And I couldn't get to the name. Beverly, good morning. Uh, Thomas on the dark side. I think he might be, Steve. I might have to hook him up with you too, Steve. Uh, y'all may have to side up against Roddy now and then. Uh, but yeah, I was chatting with Thomas, and I said, and he was laughing about what Ronnie says. And I said, would it be okay if Ronnie called you, or if I give Ronnie your number? Yeah, well, I did, and it's been on ever since. You don't want Ronnie to have your phone number, folks. Good morning, Mary. All right, I'm gonna tell y'all something happened here. Oh, it's nothing bad. Uh, I was sitting there having coffee yesterday morning with G, and about the house. So I'm not sure if everybody's on board with this. It's okay. It's okay. Uh, G and him bought some paint to seal the floors, just to seal them. And it's probably good paint, but it's not what I would have got to seal the floors with. And I said, G, why don't I run up to McCoy's and get and I showed her the paint I would get, and it'll seal the floors. And I said, and if it's going to be it's going to be pretty. It's going to be it's that epoxy type floor paint. It's really nice paint. And I said it'll be pretty. And if it takes a while before we get all the linoleum down, at least you got a nice looking floor. And it don't take scuffs and stuff like that. So she finally agreed to it, and I did. And I made a video about it. But anyway, so today I'm going to paint those three little rooms, the little rooms, and you'll see how it looks. I will paint the whole house. But in the big room, I told Kim last night, in the big room for sure, I know we're going to have linoleum in there. I know because there's some of that, there's some, I don't know, issues with some of the plywood. One of them had like a little piece of a knot out of it, and that would all show up. You can't just paint that. I think it's going. Kim putting it over, caulked it or whatever you call it, and you can't see it, you can't feel it, but I know how long that'll last. I don't know. But anyway, so I'm going to paint the little rooms today. That's going to be something I do. I plan on it, but on top of that, now we had the baby come at 5 o'clock this morning. But also, when the baby come in the door, Dust carrying the little carrier on his way to work, up on his shoulder was my Coda bear with a big old smile and just a talk. 5 o'clock in the morning, that's the Lord. But I knew she was coming. She doesn't like school, but that don't mean she's out of school. That don't mean she don't like daycare. And she tell her mom one little girl wouldn't play with her, and a little boy was mean to her, and whatever. But the thing is, how little kids are. So Jill takes her to school yesterday, second day of her school, and she pitched a fit, cried, "Please don't make me go," and all this stuff. And she says, "You go today." Poor baby. Oh, I'm so sorry. Buster come flying up the ramp, jumped in the chair, and the chair scooted back and he fell out. I'm so sorry, baby boy. But anyway, she said, "You go today, and I'll let you go." And she will go to G's. You go see PawPaw. You go to G's. She says, "Go today, because we're already here, and tomorrow I'll let you go to G's." Now, if it's just going to be a one-day thing, or if mom's going to give in and not make her do all this structure, I don't know. But she is in there this morning just running and talking, and it's 5 o'clock. I said, baby, come on. Kind of calm down here. And G naturally gets up with the baby, makes his first little bottle for the day. And well, since I guess the last feeding, whenever it was, he gets her all tucked in. And anyway, so I've got Coda bear. So how much painting I get done, I don't know. It'll depend what I get done. But anyway, it's going to be a fun day with her, for sure. She does love us. Yes, she does. And I was telling Dust, I said, it's going to be so much easier on them when they do finally get moved over here. He won't have to get up extra early to bring the baby over here. He can walk it across the yard, on his way out the door to go to work, which he could leave even later, because it's like a 30-minute time coming from Splendor over to here in the mornings that he has to leave early just to drop the babies off. He can sleep another 30 minutes because he puts in about 12 hours a day. And he's in management there at Anheuser-Busch Brewery. He's one of the managers. And if something's going wrong, they don't leave at the end of their 8 hours. If there's something not working out perfect on the line, what they call the line and stuff, then he's down there making sure that stuff are going before he can leave. And sometimes they call him in the middle of the night, something broke down or whatever. They need a manager to come in and okay whatever, I guess, But anyway, all right. And I think Dan's out of town. He didn't come in. I think he told me he'd be out of town last night. Uh, if he can, he's going to finish mowing. He started it the other day, Camp Patty for me. Ben and I will go down sometime today because Ben's here and move all the chairs and stuff out of his way, and I'll weed eat places he can't get with this mower. And then I can kind of keep it up with my riding mower. It's got too deep to. It's been so tied up over here. Good morning, Elena. Good morning, sweet girl. And Miss Dallas, good morning. Mary Beth, good morning. Ricardo, good morning. Miss Dallas, Sharon Sipe, good morning. Cynthia Delot, did I say it right? Delot? Delot? Whatever. I like that. Pretty neat. Delot. Anyway, you know how I am with names. I want to show y'all something. Now, y'all don't know what I go through when I have to go off with Kim. Went off with her to get she found a stroller. Really nice stroller. I'm pretty sure it's pretty expensive when it was new, but it's still like new. The lady said she hardly ever used it. Want to sell it on Marketplace. So Kim's going to go. I'm supposed to go get it. Okay, I don't know nothing about strollers. They got a handle on them, you push them. This lady's telling G, it folds up, it does this, it does that. It comes in like 3 parts. There's a little carrier, for the baby. It snaps down in it, and then it's a car seat. And it unsnaps, put it in your car with the baby still in it. You ain't got to take kid out. Just, And then there's something else that goes to it, a stand or something that the seat sits in if you want to sit on the floor, I guess. I don't know where else you'd set it. On the table, it may tumble off. Anyway, I go off with Kim. And she's on my case the minute I get in the truck. I have to climb up that truck. It's about 4 foot off the ground. I'm climbing up and she's videoing me. Make it fun. Make it fun. Well, we get there and the lady's house, and I go knock on the door, and Kim's coming, behind me, dragging along behind me, and Levi's sitting in the truck watching us make sure we do it right. And the lady comes out and brings the stroller out on the patio, and we get it. Okay, go to the feed store, and that's where it starts. She gets in there with Ralph, and they start picking at me, picking on each other. She's picking. She's gobbling down donuts. I got proof. I got proof. Let me show you. It's on Facebook. You don't believe me? You go to Facebook. You go to Cowboy Feed Store. Okay? Hang on. I'm going to show you. I got to find it. Lord, I had it right here. I'm going to get it. Yeah. You tell me that's not embarrassing. Look at that donut in her mouth. You tell me that's not embarrassing. Yeah. The little dogs are embarrassed. But anyway, had a lot of fun with her. Okay, I see somebody had a birthday. I've got something to write on here. I don't have my little chalk. I got my little board here, but I don't see my little pen nowhere. But I got a box to write on and a pen. You learn to do what you got to do with what you got to do with. That's what you do. And all right. So if y'all chat with Kim, just let her know y'all saw her eating that donut. Big old fat donut. Big old fat donut. Mans, good morning. Mans is here. She normally has to cut out on us before it's over. She has to go to work. Mary Beth, good morning. Uh, yeah, Yvonne, it was. It was a big old donut. I told her, that's sad, Kim, you know. That donut would feed three people. Darian. Darian has a birthday. Hang on. Somebody come along and see this box here for us. What's all them names on there for? Uh, yeah, Darian has a birthday, and I've got his name wrote down. Now, I don't worry about Darian. I'm guessing Darian's a guy. Uh, could be a lady, you know. Who knows? Like I got a boy named Sue. You know, you never know. You never know about names. Uh, good morning there, Sonia. Good morning. Uh, I was holding a donut for her, yes, but I was just holding it for her because she had both hands. I think had donuts in them. Yeah. Well, you got to see our stuff for her like that. Uh, anyway, uh, we had fun, but I am going to tell you the truth about something. Now, listen, I've never seen this before, and I've had cattle, and goats, and chickens and stuff all my life. Okay, all right. I bought feed all over, you know, different places. Fed them all kinds of different stuff. Kim goes back and she's asking about a certain feed. And they go back to the back, and she's looking at, and she's, I think that might be it. Well, he cuts a little hole in it, and she takes a little bit. And he come out and says, she's eating feed. Now, you got to say that would be embarrassing when your kids come out hollering, or somebody comes in, they've been eating cow feed or whatever. She said, well, we've always eaten, you know, licked on a salt block. Well, yeah, we've all done that, you know. Salt blocks kind of neat, you know. No, we didn't do it that way. We'd chip off a piece. And the kids run around here half the time with a salt block chip in their pocket. Yeah. Uh, Mineral salt. It's good for you. Uh, just not too much. Okay. I've only got one name on my birthday list here, so I'm just keeping looking. Oh, Denise. Denise has got one. Okay. Boy, we're in the D's here. Darian and Denise. Yeah, we're in the D's today. Uh, okay, let's see here. I've only got the two names so far. So, Cynthia, good morning. Linda, good morning. Martha, good morning. Uh, Patty's birthday. Patty. Okay. So the thing is, if I don't see it, these folks do, and they'll keep reminding me until I do see it. But now sometimes people will say, listen, oh, he ignored me today. He didn't say, I said hello 3 or 4 times. I'm not ignoring you. I never ignore people. Sometimes it's coming by so fast and the names are more faded on my screen. It's a small screen, it's a camera screen. So the words are small and they go by fast and I don't always catch it, okay? Happy birthday, Joy. Okay, Joy got a birthday. Okay. So we keep, but these folks will remind me of stuff. It's like having a bunch of wives. Yeah, did you hear? Yeah, I hear. Just pick it, don't get upset. Uh, all right. Yeah, beautiful people. They sure are. What we do on Labor Day? Uh, I don't think Dan them be going to the lake because he brought his boat home because he said the lake is down about 8 foot, so they may be here. Uh, and they may not. Uh, I can't speak for nobody else. We'll grill something, or if Dan's home, we'll grill all over together. If I just me and G here and Kim and Levi, we don't know about anybody else. Don't know. Dustin may go out to Uvalde. We don't know. But we'll grill something. We'll nothing elaborate, links, hot dogs or something like it. It's just for a few of us. Uh, we'll see, but it'll be something like that. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Judy, Monica, uh, Betsy. All right, Darian is your granddaughter. Doggone it, PawPaw. It wasn't like the girl now, a boy named Sue or whatever. It's not. Darian is a girl. How do I know? How do I know? Uh, is Laurie having a birthday today? Don't forget Laurie. I'm just seeing. Is Laurie got a birthday today? Good morning, Linda from Michigan. Papron, Michigan. Uh, yeah, hamburgers. Hey, hamburgers are a great choice too. I love hamburgers. Yeah, Laurie's got a birthday. Okay, got Laurie. Good morning, Seamus. Seamus come to visit. Seamus stays over here almost all day, and sometimes he'll stay over here even after night, and maybe all night on the porch. I don't know. Usually in the mornings he's at the front door wanting in. He comes in and eats. He gets to eat in the house. He don't have to eat with them other cats. And then the minute we come back over here, or even without us, he comes back over here. Because even before this house was here, he'd come over here to the camper and just sleep on the steps. It's really neat. He'll be easy to transfer or to, make that move. Some of them other guys, I don't know. I don't know if they'll follow me over or not. If I put food only over here, they may. I guess eventually they would. But how many days they gonna go without eating before they figure it out? It's over there. Uh, yeah, Shane's already made the move. Yeah, he knows this is gonna be his house. Uh, oh, cheat day. Okay, everybody has a cheat day. I cheat sometimes too. I'm supposed to have lost some weight, and I did. I did. I lost 15 pounds quick, and then it just plateaued. And I don't know. I can't get past that. Sometimes I'll ease down just a hair, and then right back up. Uh, we cheat on shopping day, yeah. Uh, okay. There you go. Get some donuts, Danica. Hey, good. I only ate one yesterday, or when we was at the feed store. I only ate one. Uh, on the way home, though, Kim wanted to stop at the donut shop. I said, baby, they had boxes of donuts. You don't want to take a whole box, but you could have got you a donut. Well, I don't want one. I want one for Levi. They got them. Well, I didn't know if I had chocolate covers. Baby, look at that box. All kinds. They little sprinkles on them, and they got chocolate covers. They got red, white, and blue ones. They got, you name it, they got it. I only get the little glazed donuts or even the little cake, just plain. Linda, people do gain weight when they're from stress. I guarantee you, people can stress out on different things and they will gain weight because it triggers something. You find yourself just maybe munching on something. Uh, it happens. It happens. Atari did something that somebody thinks awesome. I didn't get to see what she did. I'll have to send her a text. So what did you do? Can't wait by looking. yeah, that's possible. Yeah, that's possible too. Uh, yeah, I used to. I didn't want to go to a restaurant unless they had a buffet. Yeah, but being said, it's not a restaurant. That's called a diner. A diner, okay. I don't care if it's a diner, restaurant, cafe. What do you gonna call it, Ben? I don't care. Uh, but okay, blame menopause. Okay. Uh, oh, Lady said she can just breathe and gain weight. I'll tell you something. If you don't already know it, I know you do. As we get older, as we get older, it's easy to gain weight. It's hard to get rid of it. But I guess goes back to what that uh, metabolism or whatever slows down or whatever it does, you know. But yeah, that happens. It happens. But I think my blood sugar is probably holding about steady. I think. I don't feel well. I don't know if you'd feel anything anyway. But I do watch what I eat. I do. I do splurge now and then. I'll have a donut now and then. But I try to stay busy and work it all off. And evidently, yeah, I have cut back on my meals. I don't eat big meals. I work it off, I think. I hope. Plus, I'm taking medication and all that kind of crazy stuff I didn't want to take, but I'm going to try it for a while and see what happens. Uh, okay. Yeah, everybody, we all talk about our blood sugars now. Uh, Ronnie, I don't want to step on nobody, overstep my thing, but Ronnie's had some kind of UTI sort of thing, I think, and he's on antibiotics, and it seemed to be working. But then, like yesterday, he said he felt bad, and then the fever started and had chills. So I'm guessing he was antibiotics. So it's flaring up or something, maybe, So that's kind of a serious thing there, Uh, somebody went a whole year. Mary went a whole year without eating a donut. I can. I could. I'm not a real big sweet person. Well, I am sweet, but I'm not. I like something sweet. I shouldn't say that, should I? I love banana pudding. Yeah, and and I love some cookies. I refrain from eating them. I love uh, and she gets them, but I have to limit myself. And it's those fig Newtons. Yeah, fig Newtons. But I limit myself. Uh, yeah. Uh, but as far as I don't eat candy at all. I'm not a candy person. I don't run around with a lollipop in my mouth and that kind of stuff like that. It never was big on the candy stuff. And yeah, Peggy, you're right. It can get dangerous. Uh, yeah, Boston cream. Yeah, I think she likes that stuff. Yeah, but she likes a lot of some. She has a sweet tooth. She does. She that is her downfall. Seriously, is sweets. Uh, she has a sweet tooth. Sure does. Yeah, Alexis, yeah, I agree with you. Ronnie, Thomas says Ronnie's a stress trigger. Yeah, right. Yeah, Thomas. Yeah, he can stress me and you out real quick. But then you part of that, Thomas. I know. And Ronnie said it. He said Thomas likes to agitate. He like, yeah, yeah. We love it. We love it, guys. It. Cuz come by yesterday and we was talking about some of the stuff. He said, I see that stuff on here, that we laugh about stuff. And I said, yeah, it makes your day to have friends, you guys, that send you some kind of message, and it's all in fun, and so you got to kind of strike back, So the next thing you know, you're taking a little bit of time off just to strike back at somebody. You sit there watching your phone. Next thing your phone's run down, the battery's run down. You've been on it too much. Uh, somebody loves that. Molly loves ice cream. I'll tell you about the best ice cream I love. I love it, and you may not be able to get it where you live. It's Bluebell strawberry. Bluebell. It's the best ice cream ever that I've ever eaten. And I used to. I don't no more. I'd take a cinnamon roll, put it in the bottom of my bowl, and put that bluebell ice cream on top of it. Ooh, baby, it was good stuff. Good stuff. You had to watch it. The next thing you know, you'd want another one. I don't do the cinnamon rolls no more. And my mom, I used to go down and have coffee with her every morning after my dad passed. I'd stop by with my dad on my way to work every morning. I'd get a biscuit and chat with him, maybe have a half a cup of coffee, because he'd get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and make a pot of coffee and sit there and read his Bible and drink his coffee. But then when my mom got up, he'd make a fresh pot. But I usually get there before he'd made that fresh pot, and it'd been on the stove there 3 hours, 2 hours, you know, kind of reheated. Go ahead, son. Finish that off while I make some fresh. Okay, Dad. Oh, but anyway, then I'd grab a biscuit and out the door I'd go. But chat with him for a minute. But then when he passed, I'd go down every morning and check on my mom on the way out. And then when during the off days, Saturdays and Sundays and holidays, or during the summer, I'd go down because I was off and would watch a movie. Yeah, because she joined us movie club, whatever it's called, and she'd have to buy one movie and get 3 or 4 free. But she'd always get John Wayne movies or some of the old westerns, and Randolph Scott movies. And I loved old Randolph Scott, but he always got beat up, never fight. He get beat up, but I loved it. He was a good actor, good westerns. But would watch a movie, and she always had these honey buns. Now I didn't like honey buns, but I'd eat one. I'd eat one and have my coffee. I was not going to tell my mom I didn't like honey buns. I was not going to tell her. I guess she thought I did. But I think she got them for her and the kids and everybody else coming out there with a honey bun. But I never cared for honey buns too much. But I'd eat it. Uh, High fructose syrup is bad for you. I bet it is. I bet it is. Uh, yeah, my mom, when she passed, before she passed actually, she called me. She said, I want you to come get something. I got something for you. So I go down there, and she did this quite often because a lot of stuff she wanted to pass on to somebody who was going to use it, or like some old antique stuff I got, she'd send to me because she knew I liked the antiques and stuff. And I don't think none of the other kids seriously cared that much about that kind of stuff. But she had all her John Wayne movies boxed up in a box. And so you take these home with you, so you leave them here, who knows what'll happen to them. And I did. And they were the old VHS. And then Harvey come through. It got all of them. There's all in a cabinet, real nice, but it wasn't tall enough. It was just ones on the top shelves to survive. But since then, we've kind of restocked with the DVDs. But yeah, yep. Good old days. All right, I'm gonna read off the names I got here for the birthdays, and if there's any more out there, you're gonna have to let me know. Okay. Here we go. Uh, Darian, a girl. Denise, a girl. Patty, a girl. Joy and Lori, all girls. I want to get that clear. Oh, I love chili. Yeah, I love chili. Somebody talk about chili. Is there any other birthdays? I'm a Jean birthday. Okay. Okay. Okay, so good morning, Sally. Uh, You know, baseball. Someone's watching baseball. Dan and Lou love going to the baseball games in Houston. So does Bree and Laramie. And Dan and Lou went to watch one at Wrigley Field the other day when they was in Chicago. And you always hear about Wrigley Field, you know, way back. And they were there. That's what they wanted to do, so they did. I I like when I could play baseball. You know, sandlot baseball you call it. I love playing it. I never liked watching it on TV or going to a ball game. It seems to me it's just me. It moves so slow. You know, I know there's a lot to see. And Dad said, "Oh no, Dad, he says it's different. You go down there, you see guys work, you know, warming up the bullpen. You see this over there, you see that, and I guess all that's true. I just football is pretty fast. You know, it's kind of moving fast. You know, and so I like football. You know, and and I never cared. Some make some of y'all upset, but I never cared that sun's coming in your face. Hang on, turn around here. Yeah. I never cared to watch tennis. I'm not picking. I just not a tennis player. You know, if you probably a tennis player, you love tennis. You know, and you can love to go watch it because a lot of folks do. Uh, there was a golf player. Dan and them love golf. You know, they love golf. But I never. Now I was good at sandlot golf. We'd go back with post hole diggers and dig a hole on the big back field back there. 100 yards here, 100 yards over there, and stick a stick up by it. Had some golf clubs, a few golf balls, and see who could get it in that hole quicker. But I wouldn't care to go around a golf course and do it because people be watching. Look at that old guy. He's sorry. Uh, uh, yeah, I told you I'm not going to chase a little ball. Hockey is very fast. Yes, it is. Hockey is. Uh, and rough. Gosh, it's rough. You see them guys slamming each other out there? Yeah. They take up sticks and working them over. Uh, and soccer, Lex loves soccer. You know, soccer moves pretty fast too, and it can get pretty rough out there, getting run over, tripped up, and all that kind of stuff. Someone's church over 1,000 years old. That has to be over around England somewhere, surely. Can you imagine? And you know, we watch a lot of shows. I'm kind of skipping around. I kind of watch what you guys talking about. A lot of shows, Red Box, I guess you call it, about a lot of stuff over there, and all of them buildings. I say all of them old buildings. Some of them old buildings you see are, you can tell they're very, very old. You know, I mean, yeah, that country's been there a long time. You know, the United States is not really that old when you get thinking about it. You know. Uh, uh, Hello, Phyllis. Good morning, June and Janet. Susan. Susan has a son needs prayers. Uh, she didn't say his name, but God would know who he is. So we'll keep him in your prayers too. Anyone else out there needing prayers, you need to put them on here and people will see it. And they will. These guys will pray for you. There's like prayer warriors on here, a bunch of them. Uh, I think we're getting a message here. Hello, Ronnie.
I, the doctor called when they gonna send me to Natchez Parish Hospital, and I'm not gonna have to go through the ER. The doctor, she's gonna, if it was, she's just gonna admit me straight into the hospital to the urologist. We're
All
gonna
right.
go through.
When you going?
I'll be there at 10:30.
You let me know so you find out something.
Okay.
I love you, buddy.
I love y'all. Bye.
All right, that's Ronnie. He's fixed to go to the hospital in Natchitoches, in Louisiana there. and they're going to admit him straight in. And he'll let us know something when they get him in there. Okay. Keep him in your prayers, and there's other ones here in your prayers. Okay. Uh, Prayers is for Susan Mora. I couldn't see the last name. Uh, Family, son. Uh, so let's pray for all those folks, guys. All right, let's do this song. We get kind of short on our time. Let's do a song here uh, and get that out of the way. I got Darian, Denise, Patty, Joy, Lori, and Imogene. If there's any more. Yeah, thank y'all for holding Ronnie up, okay? Hold him up. Uh, he's a good guy. He's I've had so much fun with Ronnie. So much, and talk to him every day, multiple times every day. Uh, never too busy to talk to folks. She says, "Hurry up, we gotta go there." In a minute, baby. No, I'm not that bad. Uh, and I told Ronnie one day, I said, "Look," he said, "Am I bothering you?" I said, "No, bud, you ain't bothering me." I said, "If I'm busy, yeah, I am. If I'm busy, I'll tell you, hey, look, bud, let me call you back. I'm busy. I got company. I got this. I got that. Something going on. I got both hands full of something. I'll call you right back." And I do. And that's the way it is. But okay, we're gonna sing. Okay. Yeah, we have a great relationship from the first time I ever talked to Ronnie on the telephone. Uh, Never met him at the time. You could tell we had a connection, and maybe the way we was raised the same way. We both country boys. We come up watching our families farm and do things, and we both worked on the farms and worked, feeding animals and caring for animals and all that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, we grew up the same way, and we had that connection talking about stuff we'd done. And that just kind of friendship grew from there. And he's really a special guy to me. All right, so here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Darren, Denise, and Patty. Happy birthday to you. Now, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Joy, Lori, and Imogene. Happy birthday to you. Cha cha cha. All right. Anyway, there's really nothing new to show you in the house until I do them floors. And I've had even family members say, "I don't know why you're painting the floors." Well, we want to seal them in. And what would you going to put down linoleum? I know. I know we're going to probably put the linoleum down in the big room for sure. If the paint looks good in these little rooms, that's as far as we're going to go on that. I'm just telling you. Cha cha cha. It looks good on my floor over there, but that's concrete. It may make a difference. It may make a difference. The wood may not do like the concrete does. So we'll just wait and see. That's the only thing I know I'm going to do today. Kim may come down today and work on that big ceiling fan. She got all the other ceiling fans done. Kip, you can't get that chair. You're too fat. You're too fat, son. Kip, you're a fat little dog. And he don't eat nothing, it seems like. But he like me, I guess. Don't have to eat much to stay a little bit robust. Anyway, yeah, happy birthday to all you guys. If I missed you, I'm so sorry. If you have a birthday tomorrow or whenever, or if I missed you, you'll be back here on Friday. And we'll sing to you. And that way, maybe by Monday, your bite marks will be healed up before you go to work or wherever you go. Or if you go to work, church or something on Sunday, you may have to wear long sleeves, something like that. It'll be okay. And if you're a guy, I don't worry about guys. They ain't going to bite themselves. Us guys have self-control. We have self-control. No matter how good something is, we can control ourselves. Thank you there, my boy. Laurie, I love that. Thank you. Yeah, we have self-control. uh, uh, rent a roller? I got rollers. I got rollers. I bought a brand new roller. One can you push back and forth. Uh, Roberta had sepsis. That's what she worried about. Yeah. Ronnie needs to get that taken care of. I realize that. That's true. He did get on up there, and in that hospital, they'll figure out what's going on with him. Uh, if I was his doctor, I'd fix him up. I'd fix him up. If I died and Jim Wade foot medicine didn't heal him, we'd go to drastic measures, castor oil, something like that. Uh, I got no self-control. How do you know? How do you know? Uh, the older I got, the more control I got. Yeah. Uh, oh, yes, Roberta, I tell you, that's a very serious thing that you had. And a lot of folks don't recover from that. My friend that worked with me, that worked with me, uh, sweet lady, sweet lady. And Levi loved her to death, and she'd sing to him and had a beautiful voice. And I'd drive, that special needs bus, and she'd sing to them kids, and she just pampered them and stuff, and they all loved her. Uh, she got very sick like this, and it went on and too long, and she like that septic stuff, whatever sets in, and it's hard to knock it out. And so, yeah, uh, I'm glad he's going. I'm glad he's going to go to the hospital and get taken care of. Do I want a rooster lamp? I don't know what a rooster lamp looks like. Thank you about the ramp. I love the ramp. I come up and down it pretty doggone easy. I even come up yesterday carrying a load of stuff in one arm, and it come right on up. Heavy stuff, but no problem. I go down pretty good. We are going to get something to keep you from slipping if it rains. Now I was told yesterday, and it may be a little truth to it too. They said if you put a roof out over this here porch, you may not get able to see your house that well. Well, I think it will. I think it can because the house is up. You're looking up, so you'll be looking up under the roof. Uh, and it's not going to be a great slope. It'll just be enough to keep the water from coming on this floor. It'd probably be the same slope the porch has, which is not a real steep slope. Uh, I think it'll be okay. I think it will be, but regardless how much we can see, it's going to make the ramp safer. It'll save it. Be a lifetime thing, and we're gonna get that done. But it's gonna be a while. We got to get everything else finished first before we can see how we look on it. But we will get it done. But we're gonna put something on to keep them slipping down. Thomas has sent me some of those strips for the steps. Sometimes those strips don't last long, and but they'll be good for the steps. I think they'll last long enough. We can replace them as we need to. On this deck here, it'd take 1,000 of them on this thing here. You ought to be crazy. So we can buy, I think, that roll roofing. It's like shingles, but it's in a long roll. That grit, you know. Ted said he sees it everywhere, and he's built some ramps, and people have used them, and it works good. You roll it down and staple it. My problem with that would be the length. I don't want to roll it down and have a splice in it, catch you on your foot or want to come up or whatever. If I can find it where it roll out the whole length, it's fine. But we'll look and see. And then you can also buy paint with that grit in it, and that might work okay, We'll look and see. We we'll figure it out. If it rains before we do something like that, we'll be extra careful. I'll walk along with my hand on this handrail, you know. Okay, we're about to run out of time here. Oklahoma's here. Okay, Andy. Oklahoma. I got a good friend moved to Oklahoma from here, right here in Plum Grove. Moved to Oklahoma. I had a chicken farm up there, and uh, actually expanded into the chicken business where he had like a store that supplied a lot of chicken farms where he lived in a little town called I think Poteet or something like that. He's not there no more. He doesn't have it now. He moved again to Missouri. Sold out, retired, and moved to Missouri. Good morning, South England. I love seeing where people are coming from. Uh, so many folks say, how many people you got? Well, it's not how many people you got. It's well, that's important. I realize on these channels like this, how many folks you have that are on your channel with you. But I get fascinated to see where all of them live. Cold weather in Ohio again tonight. Australia, Washington State, Virginia. So that's what fascinates me. Illinois. See people from almost every state and other countries all around. You know, it's just neat. And in my wildest dreams, never, ever would I have ever thought I'd be sitting there talking to somebody and they could be listening to me or even wanting to listen. Oh, Queensland, Australia, Wyoming, Maryland, and somewhere like that, Australia or England or wherever, you know. Panhandle of Florida. Indiana's cold. Yeah, I bet it is. It's cold up there. Minnesota, yeah. Illinois. Lubbock. Oh, yeah. I live in Lubbock. Oh, Dan likes Lubbock. Dan goes up there now and then. They got jobs up that way in Abilene and Lubbock. And he said, Dad, if I probably didn't live down here, that's probably where I'd be, up there with all them big ranches and stuff. Okay. I wouldn't be able to go because I got to have pine trees. I got to have them. Pine trees in my blood. 67 New Jersey. Yeah, you guys got the little cold spots come in up there. Amarillo. Someone said their feet, hands get cold. My back gets cold. If I keep my back warm, I'm good. I'm good. All you guys, yeah, Lubbock's cold in winter. I bet so. You know, all you guys up that way, north, and especially on up more north you go, the colder it's going to get. I've seen some of the pictures you guys sent, and I love seeing the pictures y'all sent too. I mean, we're talking about snow and stuff neck deep to a giraffe. You know, I mean, it's deep and cold. Tom was telling me, 20 degrees is nothing to, walk around with their short sleeve shirt on up there in Alaska where he's at. 20 degrees down here, we huddle around a fire. We huddle around a heater. And it gets down any lower than that, everything just shuts down. Scooters don't run, the buses don't run, nothing happens. Everybody huddled up. And our water lines start freezing because we don't bury them deep down here. We don't bury them deep. As long as the lawnmower don't hit them, we in good shape. But hot summers, cousin, I was talking about that the other day. Heat, growing up, we didn't have no air conditioners. Wasn't no such thing. We had, if you was lucky, you had an attic fan. And if you wasn't that lucky, you might have a fan in the window. And that was your airflow. That's what, you did. But growing up, we never thought nothing about the heat. I know it had to get hot, but we was out in the heat every day working, playing and working, whatever that day called for, that's what we was doing. We never thought nothing about the heat. I would take breaks, if it was working in the shades. Yeah, like that. But as far as air conditioning, my dad went to work, and now I'm going to close this off. At the refinery down there, they built that big distillery department, the control room, and he was a supervisor there. Worked his way up. Started out in labor, just labor crew. But it finally got up there in that distillery department and finally become a shift manager, supervisor. But he said they kept air conditioners so cold in there for all that electronic equipment, all those gauges, not gauges, but switches and all that stuff, and electronics. And he said if you had to go out in the heat, go out and check on something out there in that department out there outside, he said you wouldn't be no time, you'd be sweating. You come back in, he said you almost freeze to death, so then you come in and put a coat on till you kind of readjusted to it. And he said guys constantly seemed like they had colds, from that going out and in, out and in, and that's happened to me. I'd be out working all day long and be hot, just wringing wet, and come in and you could hang meat in that house somewhere. You have it so cold, and you almost get chills. So the first thing I'd do if it's like that, I go and take a hot shower and put dry clothes on and kick back for a while, so I can kind of readjust. And she says, look at these clothes. Look at it. Almost every one of them's yours. Well, I change clothes 2 or 3 times a day, baby. I get hot and sweaty. I come in and shed them and put shower and take dry clothes and go out again. I got your washer and dryer. What else you want? I didn't tell her that. I love you guys. I'm going to get out of here. It's been an hour, okay? I'll get back over there and see if Coda Bear's up, ready to go look for cow poop or something. I'll see you back here on Friday. Yeah, it's good Lord's willing. And my friends Steve and Susan mentioned this real quick. Making Kim a cross. They made one for G. Y'all saw that a while back. And they're building Kim one similar, handmade. And they sent me a picture of this morning, beautiful, beautiful cross. And Kim will just actually, if I can show it to you, I'm going to show it to you. I don't think they'll mind. Kim is going to love the heck out of it. Well, just wait a second. I'm looking. Ain't that beautiful? That's handmade, folks. Steve and Susan up in Tennessee. Talented people. I love you guys. I'm going to get out of here. Y'all have a great day. Somebody going to work, not me. I love y'all.